Lozier, basically, if you go into a grocery store, the shelves that are in the store are from, there goes mine, are from Lozier, isn't that correct?
That is correct.
That's a huge company.
It is. It's, I believe it's over 270 million now. When I was there, it was just in its infancy, about 17 million. During the first 5 years I was there, we grew it to about 76 million.
And I'm sure you start off just materials, probably just.
I actually started off building power checkout units for them.
That's cool.
3 months later, they made me a dispatcher. It was fun. You know, when you get in on the base of that, they tend to find people that have desire, have a little bit of common sense, and maybe a little bit of intelligence, but who are willing to devote whatever energies and mind power they have to helping them become better.
Gotcha.
And they reward you by progressing you through the ranks. And that's what happened with Lozier. When I went back to Lozier in Scottsboro, we took a distribution center that was there and we turned it into a manufacturing point. That's why they sent me in. It was basically, we're at a point where we were either going to shut it down or we were going to make it a go. Within that 5-year period, we turned it into its largest profit center, and that was fun too.
That's been pretty much your calling card, though, is turning something that's dying or dead around and making it profitable.
Well, and you know, one of the things I would say to anyone, I had a wise man tell me early on in my career that I could stay with one company and I could learn how they do it extremely well, and probably progress over that time frame, and get the incremental promotions that would come as long as there was an opening, and get the incremental monetary rewards. But the recommendation that I was given, particularly early in my career, was to, you know, spend 2 or 3 years with the company, learn everything you can about how they do it, and then find something else to do. Typically that was a promotion, and going into a different culture and different systems, different methods. But each one you gain a nugget of knowledge, a different method, and you sort through all of this stuff eventually, and you find out that, you know, everybody makes it a heck of a lot more difficult than it really is, and you learn how to get from point A to B, going that straight line rather than the convolutions that many people go through. And that's, I guess, fortunately or unfortunately, that's what I did. I spent 3 years here, 5 years there. I actually spent 1.5 years at one company after I went in as a vice president and general manager of a division, a $50 million division, that was losing $300,000 a month. Within 6 months, utilizing the things that I had learned throughout my career, we were gaining a profitability, a net income on a monthly basis of right around $1 million.
Wow.
And it wasn't me. I knew the methodology, but I like to teach. I like to share it. And, you know, people, every organization I went into, I was basically told that, you know, there's probably a few of them that you're going to have to move along. And you know, what I discovered was that, for the most part, many of the people in those organizations had just been misplaced. They'd been assigned tasks and responsibilities that really didn't line up with their core competencies.
That's interesting. First part of the semester, we talk about core competencies and people's gifts and strengths, and it truly is important to match their strengths with the task at hand.
Absolutely. So often it was just kind of shuffling the deck or reshuffling the deck and finding out what their skill sets were and where they best fit, and giving them the opportunity to use those skills. Never failed that the teams, once they were resorted, and that resorting happened probably at 5 different companies, it was amazing, the synergies that would build. And you know, every once in a while you'd have to bring in a different skill set because it wasn't present in that group or that organization. But the reality was, for the most part, it was. Or if it wasn't present, you had somebody on board that was willing to learn. Yeah.
Right.
And you know, it's amazing when you build a team, and really running companies and growing businesses is about building teams and providing the goalpost, the game plan, and then giving and providing them resources to get there, and then get the hell out of their way. You know?
You know, a lot of people, when they think team, they want a bunch of people that are going to kiss their ass and dudes.
Oh,
And that's not what you want, is it?
No. If you're surrounded by people that tell you exactly what you want to hear, guess what? You're only going to hear what you want to. You know, you've got to have people who understand where the objectives are, what the strategic plan is, and that are willing to confront situations. One of the key phrases, and I'm full of key phrases, as you know by now. One of the key phrases I use is, if you don't think I'm heading in the right direction, and you've told me, and you don't think I've heard, pick up the 2x4, hit me in the head, get my attention, and let's talk. Mm-hmm. It's okay, because all of us get focused on a direction, focused on accomplishing something, and you put together a plan. And you know what? I've never seen an initial plan end up being the final plan. Never have. There are always circumstances and issues that arise that you have to be flexible and be reactive to and alter the direction that you're going. If you sit down and you're so firm and committed to that initial strategic plan, you will fail. You will fail. I mean, it's just life.
What is it? Just that the dynamics of the environment are always changing, or it's just that you get smarter as you progress with the plan?
You always know more tomorrow than you know today.
Gotcha.
Okay, because you're involved in it. You have, particularly when you're going into an organization and you're trying to turn it around, you've got to sort through so many key issues. You've got to sort through who are the players, what are the skill sets, because that's really the beginning. Get your organization straightened out. Secondly, you go in and you take a look at the processes. Where are the opportunities? You know, the lean thinking methodologies of today that basically are the American attempt to utilize the Toyota manufacturing system. Mm-hmm. That process is excellent because it's cross organizational lines, cross departmental lines, cross hierarchy. You know, you put people together that actually do the work with people who are the bosses, with people who aren't even in that particular department. They may be in accounting, they may be in marketing and sales, but they have a different view of what everybody's doing. You put those people together on a team, and you charge them with seeking out the value stream. In any business, when you start to build something, there's a value stream. What does that mean?